Hey folks, I just wanted to share some regular dialogue. I wanted to talk about the main issue, and the issue is, can someone Google search? I'm being sarcastic. Can someone Google search ranks of human beings according to wisdom and knowledge, where it might show the smartest person in the world to the dumbest person in the world? You won't find it. Can anybody determine that what they know is accurate and discourage those who that person may perceive as inaccurate? So, what I'm trying to say here is that I was on someone's Facebook post, and my friend was just sharing, he was sharing about something informative, something health related about your body. And then the person in the comments said, that's not how I see it. And then my friend responded with something very cordial. One way, right? And then the person responded, you're wrong. Why are you condemning somebody who's trying to spread knowledge and education? That's the problem. That's the main issue. This is why I kind of been very quiet on my personal Facebook page. Why, literally in person, you guys see me, a lot of you see me in person during the week. I've just been cracking jokes because I'm just tired of everybody being so self-entitled. I would say narcissistic, but I'm starting to believe that word doesn't exist. Egotistical is more of the word. Narcissism has a lot to do with the ego. Someone's going to say, I don't agree with you. That's just your point of view, your perspective. But no, it's not. It's when somebody is sharing wisdom and knowledge, that applies itself to your wisdom and knowledge. That therefore it makes you much more wiser. Why wouldn't you want to integrate what someone is sharing with what you know? Because a lot of times when people say, like for me in dancing, you're such a great dance teacher. Oh, Aaron, you're such a nice person. Oh, you're so kind. It's just because I've integrated with people who are very nice and kind. You know, my soul resonates with people who are very loyal and authentic and genuine. And even if somebody says something and I disagree, I don't tell them, oh, but I disagree. I think a lot of people who know me in person, you can probably comment below and say, yes, I've never seen you or witnessed you say that you disagree with anybody. Hi, good morning. It's a doggy morning. Oh, look how cute. See, that's a perfect example. Though there's different breeds, they have one language. Rough. It's all vibration. If one dog's vibration intimidates the other, one of them has to say, one is trying to supersede the vibration. Good example. You little shit. It's always like the mini itty bitty ones that are like you're going to defend yourself to 5 dogs that are already trained and humbled. Anyways, I'm rambling, but I hope you guys get the point that I'm saying. Can we please agree to stop? Your first comment to anybody should never be, "That's not how I see it." It should never be, "No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong." I actually had a conversation this morning with someone who I care about. Unfortunately, it was that person's theology versus what my research was. Research clearly showed something, and I was bridging the gap between what she had as a theology and what I was writing as ancient history. Because that's my thing. I love history. I love to share about. You know a lot about modern day and current events when you read about ancient history. And if it's in ancient text, guess what? It just it just accommodates your wisdom. Like when people usually debate with me, and most of you do, and it's okay. I take care of my actions. I don't curse people out. I don't call people out of their name. I will get angry sometimes, but I never get to the point where I'm so livid and so upset to where I am done with you as a friend. There are people who got very vindictive and called me out of my name and been very disrespectful, but then I was just trying to bridge the gap of, okay, you know what? We don't have to have this dialogue. It's okay. But they still keep antagonizing. Like my friend, ex-friend now, because she blocked me and deleted me, but she was saying, she called me trash. She called me, she just said, "I can't believe that you will say da 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 da." And it's a sensitive topic that we were on, but she started it. And anybody who says, "What do you think?" I usually try to tell people, you probably do not want to hear what I have to say. I am a conspiracy theorist. But not even just that. What I say isn't really what my viewpoint is. It's an observation. An observation, I collect the right side, the left side. I look up and I look down. And then what is in the middle of all of that? Center. The center. And the center will never fail you. If you always focus on the center, it will never fail you. So anyways, I want to conclude this by saying, I would like everybody today to concentrate your positive energy, your positive thoughts towards yourself. Questions to ask yourself. What is my purpose here, in general? Even in toxic relationships and toxic connections with people, they're never toxic, really, essentially, because suffering, going through these setbacks of torment really are to help move you forward faster. Like anytime when I see, like, I'm jumping subjects, but like let's say somebody is battling addiction and they conquer that circumstance, it doesn't mean that that person is in a weak state of mind just because they got over something like that. Or it doesn't mean that this person is less of a knowledgeable, you know what I mean? It's you can't discourage someone of what capabilities they have just because of their experiences. Like a lot of times people discourage on people who've gone through a lot of struggles, but struggles really mean that maybe that journey of that person, what they had, was meant to happen on purpose so that person can grow up faster. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'll just try to share with people is, like, I know a lot of people probably perceive that I go through a lot of sadness and a lot of struggles and a lot of setbacks. Well, duh. I'm a black gay man who's single. I'm a lonely soul. And all my connections are like, not close to home. All my connections are from around the world in other states, blah, blah, and blah. Like my best friend of all time, hey, May, she lives, on the East Coast, but we still have a heart-to-heart connection. So it doesn't mean like I'm technically alone. It's just that when it comes to reaching out to someone, making a phone call to call someone, I don't have that. So I have to self-reflect, and and a lot of times self-reflection means that you might say something like, oops, I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't mean to, that wasn't my point. My point wasn't to attack you. My point was really, it was really a matter of learning how to communicate with people one-on-one again, because I don't have that one-on-one. I have a professional career with one set of dialogue, and I'm used to that one set of dialogue, that when people pull me over to another subject matter, it's really hard to convert what I've been used to the language of that person. And so I think that's the misconstruity that we have these days, is that we don't know how to understand how someone speaks in order to build a bridge. And other times too, we focus too much of our attention on them coming our way, meet me halfway. That's not like all these songs and things that make you feel like meet me at the border, meet me halfway, and all this stuff. It's not a meet me halfway situation. This is a go to and seek situation. Case in matter, I have another good friend of mine. And we bonked heads a couple times, and good. And long story short, we bumped heads, and it's really because this person, I'm just putting it out there. We debate on their view and my view, and I really just try to come from a place of, what if our views is the same subject? What if no one is wrong because no one's lived the full life to see what the future does, and then we come back to the modern day to go, oh, you know what? So in 2025, I got the answer. So I'm telling you now in 2019, you blah, blah, and blah. It just like, it makes me think like, who and what experience did you have in life to where someone is wrong and you're right? All the truths in the world are hidden. All the lies have some sort of clues to the truth. And I think once people start looking at things upside down, you start to understand position, because things are dispositioned. Kind of like, here's your metaphor, and I'm going to go. When you get home and you put the key in the knob, you have to turn the key halfway to unlock it, right? And then when it comes to opening the door, you have to turn the knob all the way right side up, right? In order to get through the door. So that is how people in general should look at things. You have to turn things around to look at it right side up, and you put it back to center. And that's how you have a proper perspective. That's how you can take care of your conversations, take care of your responses. Anyways, I have to go. Bye.